Hello and welcome to Lantern Lane Stories. Tonight's story is Castle: A Masked Dance in Vallila. The sun woke up over the red roofs of Vallila. It tasted like warm toast and fresh blueberry jam. "Good morning, Pip," said Leo, the 10-year-old boy. Pip the hamster chewed a small piece of carrot. "The festival is today," Leo whispered softly. The air smelled of pine trees and hot coffee. Leo put on a red hat with a fluffy white pom-pom. He walked to the window where the city sparkled. "Look," Leo said. "The ice rink is outside." Ice crystals glittered like tiny diamonds on the ground. A baker on the corner pushed a cart of fresh bread. The smell of warm dough filled the quiet morning street. Leo opened his door and stepped onto the snowy path. His boots made a soft crunch-crunch sound. Pip hopped onto Leo's shoulder, feeling the cold air. "Let us go see the lights," Leo called to his mom. His mom handed him a paper bag with warm juice. The juice was orange and smelled like sunshine. They walked past the old wooden houses of the neighborhood. Some houses had blue shutters and others had yellow doors. A bluebird sang a happy song from a nearby garden. "That bird is singing the festival song," Leo laughed. The sun grew warmer as they walked toward the square. Snow melted into small puddles near the flower beds. Colorful ribbons were tied to the lampposts. They felt the crisp wind on their faces. It smelled like cinnamon and sweet apples. Leo took a big bite of his apple. "It tastes like happiness," he said to Pip. Pip squeaked happily and ate a seed. They reached the edge of the park where people gathered. The ground was covered in smooth white snow. A group of children played a game of tag. Their laughter sounded like bubbling water. Leo saw a girl named Anna helping her dad hang lights. The lights were red, green, and gold. "Can we help?" Leo asked Anna. Anna smiled and said, "Yes, we need more green lights." Leo handed her a box of small green bulbs. The bulbs were wrapped in shiny silver paper. Anna thanked him and gave him a warm chocolate cookie. The chocolate was soft and melted on his tongue. They walked together to the main stage area. The stage was made of wood and painted white. Balloons floated near the ceiling of the open hall. The smell of roasting marshmallows came from a nearby fire. Leo watched the marshmallows turn golden brown. "They smell like campfires far away," Pip chirped. A man played a piano nearby with bright keys. The music sounded like a gentle river flowing. Leo and Anna sat on a wooden bench. The bench was painted with blue stripes. The sun dipped lower in the sky. The light turned from yellow to soft orange. Shadows grew long on the snow. Everyone stopped talking and looked at the stage. A giant lantern was being lowered from above. It held a single, bright, warm light inside. "It looks like a glowing heart," Leo whispered. The crowd cheered softly and clapped their hands. The sound of applause filled the cold air. Leo felt warm inside his red coat. The festival was starting in just a few minutes. He held Pip tight so he would not fall. The air smelled of wood smoke and roasted nuts. A vendor sold roasted chestnuts in a paper bag. Leo bought one and shared it with Anna. "Warm chestnuts for everyone," he shouted happily. The steam from the chestnuts made the air foggy. Anna took a bite and her cheeks turned red. "They taste like winter hugs," Anna said. The sun went down and the moon appeared. The moon looked like a glowing white coin. Stars blinked above the roof of the city. The first lantern lit up the square. It cast a golden glow on the snow. People wrapped their scarves around their necks. The air was cool, but the lights were warm. Leo felt safe and happy in the crowd. He looked at the red roofs and the blue sky. The city was turning into a magical place. Every light added to the big, bright picture. Pip fell asleep on Leo's shoulder. Leo whispered a soft story about stars. The music from the piano grew louder. It sounded like a lullaby for the whole city. The smell of cinnamon cookies filled the air. Leo took another cookie from the paper bag. He shared the last one with his mom. "Thank you, Mom," Leo said with a smile. His mom kissed the top of his head. The music stopped and the crowd began to dance. Small children held hands with their parents. They spun around in the soft snow. The snowflakes danced with the people. Everyone laughed and clapped to the rhythm. Leo saw a girl wearing a blue mask. The mask looked like a butterfly with wings. "Can I have a mask?" Leo asked the woman. The woman gave him a yellow star mask. Leo put the mask on his face. He felt like a little prince in the dark. The lights reflected in his yellow eyes. He looked at Anna and she wore a red bird mask. They waved at each other from across the square. The music changed to a slow, gentle tune. Leo and Anna walked slowly to the stage. The stage was now covered in colorful lights. The lights changed from red to blue to green. A soft breeze blew through the trees. It carried the scent of pine and snow. Leo watched the snowflakes fall gently. They landed on the shoulders of the dancers. The dancers wore long coats of velvet. The velvet felt soft and warm against the cold air. Leo clapped his hands to the beat. His heart beat fast and strong. He loved the sound of the drums. The drums sounded like a heartbeat. The festival was the best thing in the world. He looked at the glowing lantern again. It burned bright and steady in the dark. The light felt like a warm hug. The crowd cheered for the dancers. The dancers bowed to the audience. Leo bowed to his mom and Pip. He felt proud to be part of the show. The music faded into a soft hum. The crowd began to leave the square. Leo held his yellow mask tight. He did not want to leave the magic yet, but his tummy was rumbling for a snack. "Let us go home," he said to Anna. Anna nodded and put her mask in her bag. They walked home under the streetlights. The lights made shadows on the snow. The shadows looked like dancing ghosts, but they were just the city resting. Leo watched the snowflakes on the ground. They formed a beautiful white carpet. The smell of hot cocoa drifted from a nearby shop. Leo stopped to buy a cup of hot cocoa. The cup had a picture of a bear on it. He took a sip and sighed happily. "It is the best drink in the world," he said. The cocoa tasted like chocolate and warmth. He walked with Anna to his house. The door opened to a warm, cozy hallway. His mom was waiting with a big bowl of soup. The soup smelled of carrots and celery. Leo ate the soup with a wooden spoon. Pip slept in a small bed on the table. The fire in the fireplace crackled softly. The sound was like a purring cat. Leo looked at the window and saw the moon. The moon looked like a sleeping giant. The stars were still twinkling above. The city lights were dimming slowly. The yellow streetlights turned to soft orange. The cold wind stopped blowing. The air felt calm and quiet. Leo felt sleepy and yawned big. His mom tucked him into his warm bed. The bed was filled with fluffy pillows. He smelled the lavender soap on his sheets. The lavender smell made him feel peaceful. He closed his eyes and listened to the music. The music was now very quiet. It sounded like a gentle breeze. Leo dreamed of dancing under the stars. He dreamed of eating more chocolate cookies. He dreamed of Pip playing with bubbles. The dream felt like a warm blanket. His mom kissed his forehead. "Good night, little star," she whispered. Leo smiled and slept instantly. The city lights flickered one last time, then everything went still and dark. Only the moon and the stars remained. And so Helsinki also slowly fell asleep. Good night.